We all have been given only one mother. There was once a discussion among the shluchim, the emissaries of Chabad in Australia, regarding whether it was important to build a mikveh in a far-off place where the number of people who would possibly use it were very, very few. And when he asked the Rebbe regarding the efficacy of using funds that were needed for so many different things to build a mikveh in such a far-off place, the Rebbe's response was that Moses only had one mother. This is the Torah portion of Moses. Moses had only one mother, and that one mother has to go to mikveh. And therefore it's appropriate to spend all the money necessary to build a mikveh for that one mother, for that one child. The purpose of the Rebbe's words were not that Moses would be born from that particular mikveh, but that each individual is of incalculable worth and has the potential to be the greatest of all people. And as such, the mother of that individual has to be given all that that mother can need to fulfill her purpose in life. I want to turn that around a little bit. Most of us are in the sandwich generation, in which we are becoming older ourselves, and we have children and grandchildren that we have to care for, and elderly parents who also need our help. And this reminds me of this maxim that Moses only had one mother. We're only given one mother, in my instance, and one father for those who are fortunate enough to still have a father. We live at a time when rationing for medical treatment will become more and more popular. In the eyes of halacha, there is no difference between a person who's 119 years old and a baby that's 1 day old. Each one has a right to their life. Whatever is necessary to prolong their life has to be done. Money, although scarce, is irrelevant when it comes to saving of life. And therefore, the argument that we have a limited amount of resources, and therefore people who are above a certain age should not be given help and assistance to prolong their lives, runs against the Torah. The policy of socialist medicine of not giving pacemakers or other such life-extending devices to people who are above 85, for example, runs against everything that we have been taught. The sanctity of life extends from the moment the child is born until the moment the person dies. Even before the child is born, the child has certain rights. Those rights are not as great as the mother, but the mother has no right to abort a child unless her life is in danger. The progeny of a rape or incest does not have to be given. One is not forced to take the baby full term, but at one point there is a cutoff point, whether it's 40 days or 3 months, there's a cutoff point where even such an undesirable child can be aborted. Past that, it is prohibited by Jewish law, and it is similar to murder. Abortion is killing, if not outright murder. And there are certain things that can be done, but only within the confines of halacha. An unborn child is not a full-grown person, but should be given the same rights as a person who's on life support. Just like you're not allowed to kill a person on life support, you're not allowed to kill a person who is being supported by the mother. The mother's the life support. Just that the child doesn't have an established life yet, but it is a potential life and has to be protected. But let's focus on the elderly. Elderly people have a right to not only sustain their lives, but to continue their lives. And if a procedure costs money, we have to pay that money. We, meaning private individuals as well as a society, we are obligated to help those who need services. And as a community, scarcity of resources is not a reason for a person to be forced to die. And so your elderly mother and father deserve the best medical care. The other thing is, what happens if they don't want it? They should be encouraged to receive it. And they really should accept it, unless it's associated with great pain, at which point the person has an option, really should accept the pain in order to live. But if they don't want to, it can't be forced.